What's going on, people? This was an article that was posted on Facebook by one of my former Facebook friends. Now, she unfriended me because I responded by saying finally, whereas all the other comments, which were by black females, were upset. They were saying that it was outrageous and they were angry when they read that article with this law, proposed Ohio law could make abortion punishable by death penalty. Now, this is something I've always talked about. And you have women that claim that they should have the right over their own body to murder their unborn child without any type of repercussions, without any type of penalty. They want the right to be able to just go out and have unprotected sex without any type of protection. And if they get pregnant, they have a right to go murder that child. Nothing goes unpunished. And let me put it out there, man, for the record, for a lot of you females that think that you can just do things in the dark. Because one thing, I had a conversation with one of my friends a few minutes ago, and we were talking about the number of females that go to another state or maybe to another city away from where they live at, or they may secretly have an abortion. But what's done in the dark will come to light. And that's why you probably see so many curses among primarily black females in the black home because of choices that they made in their past. So it's almost like that aborted child, and I made a video like this on my Fearless 2005 channel where I talked about how a lot of the aborted fetuses that were murdered in their mother's womb is haunting a lot of females. A lot of women are being haunted by aborted fetuses. These fetuses that they thought were just a piece of tissue. They felt they can do it in the dark and not be held accountable for it. But yet, as time go on, your children, your sons are shot to death. Your daughters are killed. Maybe your grandbabies are killed in a violent way. Or maybe you end up in a hospital from an accident where something happened, or you paralyzed, or something horrible happens to you, right? And you wonder, why did God allow these things to happen? Well, maybe it happened because of choices that you made in life, like aborting an unborn fetus. Now, I really didn't mean to go in that direction, but that's where my heart is taking me. All right, and this is just my opinion on it. So the female on Facebook unfriended me because of the fact I said finally. I've always felt that yes, a woman should have the right to do whatever she chooses with her body, but yet be willing to deal with whatever consequences come as a result of that. I can go out and rob a bank. I can go out and sell drugs. I can go out and commit mischief, but I have to be willing to deal with the consequences of my actions. I can't expect me to just do anything I want to do and not be held accountable for that. Well, that's the way it is with this law, right? Yes, you have a right to abort your child, but if you take a life, you lose your life. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how much man try to put labels on things or try to soften the blow or make you think that this is not a life, but it's an unborn life. So you have a child now that you love very dearly. Just think if you had aborted that child in the womb, you would have missed out on the beauty of that child. You would have missed out on loving that child. And what about those that have children that grow up to be judges and lawyers, doctors, preachers, or presidents of the United States? Well, when you abort that unborn child, you're stopping that child, you're hindering that child from living out his or her greatness. That's what you're doing. So you may say, okay, well, the law says it's okay, but what does God say about it? See, I remember this song, this movie, South Central, and where this dude was in a gang, Deuce, and he told this dude that Deuce ain't his dad, right? He was talking about his son, and this other gang banger was telling him that his son was Deuce, that Deuce was his daddy. And the brother said, Deuce ain't his daddy, I'm the daddy, right? Well, that's how it is in this sense, right? Because man is not my father. Yes, he makes the laws here on earth and he breaks his own laws that he makes. But at the end of the day, the Most High is my father. See, I don't fear him which is able to destroy the body only, but I fear him that's able to destroy both body and soul in hell. Him I fear the most, and him I obey, right? So you may feel it's okay when man puts a law out there to say it's okay for you to abort your unborn child, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to answer to your Creator, right? Again, I didn't mean to go that way. Protect protective rights. That's what it says. After passing a bill through the Ohio House of Representatives that would ban abortion in 6 weeks, Republicans are considering legislation that would ban abortion completely in the state and make procedure punishable by life in prison or even death penalty. That's only right. That's only fair. That right there is justice for the unborn child. Now, I'm going to find that video I made on my other channel, and I'm going to put the link on the bottom here. And I want you guys to watch that, man, because I believe that a lot of females are being tormented and haunted by unborn fetuses. You wonder why certain things happen in your life that may seem unfair to you, or may seem like you're cursed, or may seem like
it's 12 o'clock.
God is punishing you, but in the end, it's a result of choices that you made in your life. Okay? It says House Bill 565 allows no exceptions for abortion in cases of rape, incest, or danger to a woman's life. Under law, fetuses, or fetuses they probably meant, would be classified as unborn humans, making abortion punishable under the Ohio Criminal Code. This means that a woman who receives an abortion and doctors who perform the procedure could face criminal penalties, ranges from a prison sentence to capital punishment. That is justice right there. I love that. I'm going to find that video I made and I'm going to put it on the bottom, because I said that a long time ago, that they should have the right to do what they want with their body, but yet deal with the consequences, even death penalty. State radio station WOSU notes that the bill is being considered by the Ohio's House Health Committee and that it is unlikely to be voted on this year. HB 565 is just the latest in a string of anti-choice bills drafted by Ohio Republicans. Republicans' heartbeat bill, which passed the House last week, was previously vetoed by Governor John Cash, or whatever his name is, right? Who instead signed a 20-week ban into law. Ohio just took us one step closer to becoming a forced birth nation. Now, a forced birth nation. No birth is forced unless you make the choice to lay down and have sex unprotected. And then when the child is conceived and a woman becomes pregnant, now she want to force death upon this unborn child that did not ask to be born. This unborn child did not ask to be born, tortured, and murdered. To me, that's an extremely selfish act on the part of the female. You want to enjoy the pleasures of sex unprotected, but yet you don't want to take responsibility for a child, an unborn child. You don't want to take responsibility when you get pregnant and give birth. Now, I understand there's a lot of women out there and men that's afraid, or they feel, and they may have the argument like, well, I don't want to bring a child into a world like this. I don't want to bring a child and the father's not there in a single parent home. Well, you should have thought about that before you laid down and had unprotected sex. There's too much birth control out there for you not to protect yourself. I'm going to say that again. There's too much birth control out there for you not to protect yourself. And much or most of the birth control is free. They even have a day after pill, where a day after you have sex, you could take this pill and you still abort that child. That's still wrong. But at the same time, you fail to protect yourself, and now you're angry because you have to be held accountable for the life that you take. That makes you want to be God. You want to be able to give a life, or have the choice to give life and take life at your will. Ohio just took us one step closer to becoming a forced birth nation. Voter pro-choice co-founder Heidi Sheik said in a statement to Refinery 29 on Monday, legislators in Ohio are banning abortion before women even know they're pregnant. And we must stand up and speak out against this dangerous bill. What makes it dangerous? You're saving a life. What's dangerous is these females that want the right to murder unborn children. After Brett Kavanaugh contentious confirmation, the Supreme Court now has a conservative majority, meaning it is possible for Roe v. Wade to be overturned. Ohio is far from the only state attacking women's reproductive rights. Alabama and West Virginia have added language into their state constitutions and curtails public funds for abortion and gives fetuses the same right as people. Despite the assault on abortion from Republican legislators. Now, how could that be an assault on abortion? Well, actually, it is an assault on abortion, but it's protecting the rights of another human being. From you animals out there, from you demons, and that's no more than demonic activity. And I'm going to be doing a video on demons and demonic, because there's a lot of people that have the wrong idea of what a demon is. You know, and there's 3 type of manifestations of demons. And this is off the topic, but on the topic. There's 3 types of manifestations of demons. There's the demons in its true form, right? And they have different forms, but their true form. And that's the form that's like scary, monster, beast, dragons, red eyes, yellow eyes. fire coming out of their nose or what have you. That's the true form of a demon. And then there's the human form, where demons possess people. And people that have the spirit of discernment is able to see those demons in another human being, you know. And then there's the manifestation of an animal, a demon possessing animals or taking an animal form. So there's 3 different types of manifestations of demons. Now, there are a lot of humans, a lot of women, a lot of females, and even males that's under demonic influence. That's different. They're not possessed by these demons, but they're just influenced and operating with the spirit of a demon, right? And I'll get into that more when I talk about that video. But this is an attack on abortion, and it's an attack on abortion to defend the rights of unborn human beings, right? And it says people in states like Ohio that do not have this critical backstop face a heightened threat to abortion access. We must fight harder than ever to protect every woman's right to control her own body, life, and future, right? We know the majority of Americans want access to safe, legal abortion. No, we don't. It's time politicians listen to us. Access to safe, legal abortion is a human right. Now, again, like I said, I just personally feel, my own personal belief is that you take a life, you lose your life. You know, be it by prison or death penalty. But whatever that child, an eye for an eye, whatever you force upon that child, when you force death upon that child, you yourself should be put to death, right? That's my thought, it's my opinion. But anyway, I'm going to put this article on the bottom and you can read it for yourself. I'm going to also put a link to that video I made on my Fearless channel, and that's talking about the unborn fetuses haunting these women, or they're coming back, they're manifesting themselves. Even to this day, a lot of these unborn children that were aborted are still in this atmosphere, so to speak. So I'm gonna put those links on the bottom. Feedback, tell me what you think. My nose is kind of stuffy, right? Subscribe, share the video. Until next time, I'm just thinking out loud.